In southern Lebanon, peace is always fragile. The region sits on a knife's edge, where the calm of daily life is often interrupted by the threat of sudden violence. For years, UN peacekeepers have patrolled these tense borderlands, their presence a symbol of hope, but also a reminder of the ever-present risks. On November 16, 2025, that fragility shattered when a UNIFIL foot patrol came under direct fire from an Israeli Merkava tank in the El Hamames area. The attack was sudden and unexpected, catching the peacekeepers off guard as they carried out their routine mission. The tank, positioned inside Lebanese territory, fired at the peacekeepers, an alarming escalation and a violation of international law. The shelling sent shockwaves through the international community, raising fears of a wider conflict. This was no crossfire. It was a direct threat to the very forces meant to uphold the ceasefire. The peacekeepers, trained to de-escalate, suddenly found themselves in the line of fire, forced to take cover and reassess their safety. The incident raised urgent questions about intent and respect for UN mandates. International observers and diplomats demanded answers, while the world watched anxiously for the next move. By firing from within Lebanon, the Israeli military compounded its violation, endangering international peacekeepers and challenging the authority of the United Nations. The attack not only risked lives, but also threatened the delicate balance that keeps the region from descending into chaos. For the people of southern Lebanon, it was a stark reminder that peace remains elusive and easily shattered. Civilians, already living with uncertainty, now faced renewed fears for their safety and future. The echo of tank fire signaled just how perilous the path to stability still is. In this volatile landscape, every incident threatens to ignite a larger conflict, and the hope for lasting peace feels as distant as ever. The UNIFIL patrol was on a routine mission when the Israeli tank opened fire, bullets striking the ground just 5 meters away. The peacekeepers scrambled for cover, pinned down and unable to move as the threat loomed. Emergency protocols kicked in. Urgent messages were sent to the Israeli Defense Force through established liaison channels. For 30 tense minutes, the patrol remained trapped, the situation threatening to spiral out of control. Only after the tank withdrew could the peacekeepers safely retreat, miraculously without casualties. The incident was a grave breach of the protections peacekeepers rely on. It left UNIFIL shaken, their mission compromised, and the international community alarmed. The line between observer and target had been violently crossed. UNIFIL responded swiftly, issuing a strong and unequivocal protest in the immediate aftermath of the incident. The organization wasted no time in making its position clear to the world, determined to uphold its mandate and protect its personnel. In a sharply worded statement, UNIFIL condemned the Israeli military's actions as a grave and unacceptable violation of existing peace agreements, emphasizing the seriousness of the breach and the potential consequences for regional stability. The protest highlighted not only the blatant disregard for the safety of peacekeepers, but also the threat such actions pose to the integrity and credibility of the entire peacekeeping mission in southern Lebanon. UNIFIL demanded an immediate halt to all attacks and hostilities near its forces, reminding every party involved that peacekeepers operate under strict neutrality and must be protected at all costs to ensure the success of their mission. The official protest was formally delivered to Israeli command, accompanied by a detailed account of the incident, leaving no doubt about the gravity of the breach and the seriousness with which UNIFIL views such violations. This action was not just a procedural step, but a call for accountability and a clear warning that the international community was watching closely, expecting answers and corrective measures. The safety of peacekeepers is non-negotiable. Targeting them undermines the entire peacekeeping framework and threatens the fragile balance that UNIFIL works tirelessly to maintain. UNIFIL's strong rebuke was not only a necessary stand for its mandate, but also a powerful message of solidarity for the men and women serving under the blue flag, reaffirming their vital role in the pursuit of peace. The gravity of the tank incident is clear when viewed through the lens of UN Security Council Resolution 1701. Passed in 2006, it established a weapons-free zone between the Litani River and the Blue Line, allowing only Lebanese forces and UNIFIL to operate there. Israeli military presence inside Lebanon is a direct violation of this resolution. The November 16 attack was not just a breach of peace, it was a challenge to the very framework designed to prevent war. UNIFIL's mandate is to monitor compliance and support Lebanese sovereignty. Attacking peacekeepers is an assault on the Security Council's authority and the international effort to maintain stability. The incident underscores the urgent need for all parties to respect Resolution 1701. The November incident was not isolated. It was the third time in as many months that Israeli forces endangered UNIFIL personnel. In October, a UN patrol faced a drone-dropped grenade and tank fire. In September, drones dropped grenades near peacekeepers clearing roadblocks. These repeated attacks reveal a troubling pattern, not random mistakes. Each incident erodes trust and makes peacekeeping more dangerous. The use of drones and direct fire against clearly marked UN forces is a calculated risk to their safety. The United Nations has repeatedly called for restraint and thorough investigations. The safety of peacekeepers is fundamental to their mission and to any hope of stability in southern Lebanon. Without accountability, the risk to UNIFIL only grows. The attacks on UNIFIL are set against a backdrop of relentless conflict in southern Lebanon, a region that has rarely known peace for decades. Tensions simmer constantly, and violence can erupt at any moment, making daily life unpredictable and fraught with danger for those who remain. Since the Gaza war's escalation in 2023, Israeli offensives have devastated the region, leaving over 4,000 dead, mostly civilians, and nearly 17,000 injured. The destruction is widespread, with entire neighborhoods flattened and families torn apart by sudden tragedy. The scars of war are visible everywhere, from shattered homes to the haunted faces of survivors. More than 1 million people have been displaced, entire villages destroyed, and the social fabric torn apart. Families have been forced to abandon their homes, seeking safety wherever they can find it, often in overcrowded shelters or makeshift camps. The sense of loss and uncertainty is overwhelming for many. The humanitarian crisis is staggering, with homes, schools, and hospitals reduced to rubble. Access to basic necessities like food, water, and medical care has become a daily struggle, and aid organizations are stretched to their limits trying to meet the needs of the vulnerable. UNIFIL operates amid this chaos, one of the few international presences left to protect civilians and monitor the fragile ceasefire. Their presence offers a glimmer of hope, providing some measure of stability and reassurance to communities living in fear. Attacks on peacekeepers threaten the last vestiges of order in a region on the brink. Each assault not only endangers lives, but also undermines the fragile trust that holds the ceasefire together, pushing the area closer to renewed chaos. When even the symbols of peace are targeted, the descent into lawlessness accelerates. The deliberate targeting of peacekeepers sends a chilling message, eroding hope for a peaceful resolution and deepening the sense of despair. The human cost is a constant reminder of why UNIFIL's mission matters. Every life saved, every act of compassion, and every effort to restore order is a testament to the resilience of the people and the importance of international solidarity in times of crisis. After the attack, Israel claimed poor weather led to a misidentification, calling the shots warnings, a claim at odds with UNIFIL's account. Later, Israel admitted the patrol was targeted but denied intent, framing it as a mistake. Critics, including UNIFIL, found this explanation unconvincing, given the pattern of recent incidents. Lebanon condemned the attack as a deliberate provocation and another violation of its sovereignty. Lebanese officials called for international action, citing ongoing Israeli occupation and border encroachments. The two sides' narratives, accident versus aggression, reflect the deep mistrust and contested realities of the conflict. In this polarized environment, even basic facts are fiercely disputed. For nearly 50 years, UNIFIL has stood as a buffer and mediator along the volatile Lebanon-Israel border. With over 10,000 peacekeepers, their role is to monitor ceasefires, report violations, and facilitate dialogue between the Lebanese and Israeli militaries. Their presence is vital for de-escalation and for maintaining a fragile predictability in the region. Attacks on peacekeepers threaten not just their lives, but the entire peace process. If UNIFIL cannot operate safely, the risk of renewed conflict rises sharply. Despite mounting dangers, the mission continues, its mandate recently extended to 2027. The blue helmets symbolize hope and the world's commitment to peace in a region scarred by war. Their protection is essential for any chance at stability. The international community's immediate priorities are clear, de-escalate tensions, and demand accountability. Restraint from all sides is essential to prevent a wider conflict. The UN must insist on a transparent investigation and real consequences for endangering peacekeepers. Full implementation of Resolution 1701, including Israeli withdrawal and Lebanese control of the south, is critical for lasting peace. Supporting the Lebanese armed forces and ensuring UNIFIL's safety are non-negotiable. The recent attack is a wake-up call. Peace is fragile, and reckless actions can shatter it in an instant. Only through accountability, restraint, and renewed commitment to international law can southern Lebanon hope for a stable future.